Hey friends, Dave here, Fishin Not Working. And I'm just not feeling the work thing today, so I'm not working. Nothing new, huh? Hey, we're going to tie a jig today, and it's a takeoff of an old jig that works very well. And it's called the woolly worm. And I'll do my best. I got to tell you, I'm still on drugs. No, I had my knee replaced 5 weeks ago now, yesterday, 5 weeks ago. And I still take a few of those funny little pills, oxycodone, which doesn't allow you to think very clearly, or your fingers work very well. But we'll see what we can do. There's a reason they don't want you driving when you're taking this stuff, but let's get started. We're going to start with a jig. Just a standard old jig. It's basically a lead jig like you've seen. You buy them, here on Amazon. I just use fingernail polish and paint them. It's fast and easy if you're not making very many. If you're making a lot, what's that called? Powder coating. Get a thing of powder coating, and it works fast and easy and lots of colors, but you're going to spend more money. So the fingernail polish works for now. I don't make all that many just for me to go fishing. But if you're going to make them and sell them, powder coating's the way to go. The body on this is squirmy worm. It's the last squirmy worm on this strip. They come like this. They're very affordable on Amazon. You can get them in bags if you like. I'm not putting a tail on this because the original, what am I tying? Woolly worm did not have a tail. There's tails added later when it got Americanized, put a little red tail on it. But this is an imitation of a caterpillar. You ever play with a caterpillar in the springtime and they all fuzzy and woolly little caterpillar and they crawl up your arm, play with them? Well, they're a good fish bait. Save them. But this is a takeoff on that. We're going to use 1/8 ounce jig. We're going a little bigger just because I think it's going to be easier to see what I'm doing. We're going to use hackle feather. These are just cheap hackle feathers. It's dark. All kinds of hackle feathers. How much you want to spend? You can spend a lot of money on hackle feathers, but you can get light colored ones, dark ones. You might be able to get these if you see these in a Hobby Lobby or a hobby store. They're probably more affordable there than they are at a fly shop. And then I'm going to use, this is a red fluorescent ultra thread, number 210. But it's bright, so I think you'll be able to see it, see what I'm doing. So let's bring you in here and show you what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Let's dress the hook. I call this, well, no, I'm not going to dress the hook. Let's not do that. Let's do something first. The drugs, remember? Okay, these jigs come with a little barb here. Smash that little piece of lead. That helps hold on a rubber worm, kind of. But it's kind of a pain if you're making a jig with thread, tying a jig, or whatever the heck we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. So we're just going to dress the hook. This gives something for that squirmy worm to grip to, as you'll see in a little bit. And you can make these bodies out of just about anything you want. You can use the tails, the tails that you use for lures. Oops. Like these, make the body out of that. You can use thread, you can use floss. The sky's the limit, so whatever you feel like doing. So let's first then, finish that strip. Here we go. We are going to tie this on. Now, We're not going to tie this on an end of it because it tends to slide down towards the point. So we're not going to give it a chance to do that because then it kind of messes everything up. So let's just cut this off here. Too much to cover. Here's an example of one sliding down the tip. Well, if I get out of the way. Can you see that? That rubber worm just slides down to the hook point, which is buried in all that hackle. That's not what we want. Let's get back to this. Let's cut this off. Next thing we need, let's get this out of the way, is a hackle. Yeah, I got one right here. Okay, our hackle. Try to keep my hands out of the way. All we need is the tip of this hackle, okay? And we will, now we can tie this on towards the back. Let's just do that. Ooh, tangled up mess. There we go. Okay, let's get our string out of the way. Okay, let's put a half hitch here just to hold this string. Swing this over here, get this string out of the way for now. Okay. This is all we need. Okay, we're going to start winding this towards the front from here. We'll go back and catch the tail end. And the thicker part will be up towards the head of the jig. When I get back here, I go sparse because I do not want it sliding back down the hook because that's a real pain. And you see it's already trying to slide down there. This advantage of using this kind of squirmy worm on this. See, now if you pull it too tight, that's what happens. And you know what you do? You unwind it and start over. But that's all right. Okay, let's do ourselves a favor. Let's tie it to the front. What the heck? Get this end off. Maybe this is a better way anyway. You can learn with me as we go here. Okay, we get that. Pull that out. Finger's not working. Here we go. Oh man. Okay, let's start from the front. What the heck? New game plan. Now, towards the back, I'm going to keep it tight, just trying to keep less material that can slide down the back of the hook. Work our way to the front here. Don't stretch too tight like last time. And we're looking good. Let me get a little bit right in here. It's really good enough. When I was a kid, we used to use yellow and black beetle spins, little spinners with yellow and black little worms. You can still get them. And we used to kill the bass with them, but I kind of like yellow and black ever since then. Let's do something. Let's tie a knot right here. Keep this string from getting out of whack. Having a little red on your whatever you're tying is not bad because it kind of looks like blood. Fish are predators. They go for the weak and eat them. It's just nature. Okay, we're going to spin this hackle on here. And you can spin it as close or as far as you want. That is spinning it fairly far apart. Let's show you what spinning it close looks like. And the other thing you can do, you can take these, kind of work them out so they stand out. tighten your vise before you do this. I'm going to bring us a little closer, which is going to give us more hackles as we spin it. Okay, I don't know that it matters more or less. And now we tie this thing off. Pretty simple, actually. Okay, we're going to cut this hackle off here. You see that? Without cutting the string. Done that 100 times. Bring this back for now. I'll tie this off. What you don't want to use is, since we're using this rubber, no glue. I like putting a little glue on the string so things don't come unraveled. It just doesn't work with this silicone at all. Okay, I triple knot it. What the heck? Pull her tight. Cut the string. Wasn't too hard, was it? Get it where you can see it. Now, if it's balled up, you can just kind of spread these, get them apart. Kind of ugly, isn't it? You can see where this rubber tries to go down the hook. This is what we're trying to avoid. We don't want to lose any of that hook. So, but I think it'll stay there because there's just not enough material to run down there. So, but that is it. It is a woolly worm on a jig head. Pretty straightforward, isn't it? Got a little red in it. Like I say, I like. You can separate these little feathers better. I probably should have separated them better before I started, but I don't know the fish care. These work for about anything. There's reports of catching bluegill, bass, and everything in between. Walleye on these simple little jigs. And later on, they put a little red tail on the back here, on the woolly worms, the Americanized woolly worm. Tiny little red feather on the end. Give it that red. But that is it. So, till next time, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Helps me out. And it is January, so it's kind of hard to go fishing now. But if you're in a place that has trout, that's stock trout, I'm here in Kansas, and they stock trout in certain places, and you buy you a trout stamp. This might be the ticket, but small. Keep it small. So then you can take kid fishing. I think they'd like it. Try to pick a sunnier day. Okay, we'll see you guys next time. We'll have something new for you. Take care. Bye.
I'm fishing, not working, no boss in my ear. Just me and my kayak and the water so clear. The sunrise, my witness, this life's what I chose. A line in the water and the rest just flows.